Welcome in, YouTube, to part 12 of Dragon Age Origins with a Therapist. I appreciate that you have made it all the way to part 12 and that you are continuing to follow along this journey. This has been, so far, my favorite playthrough, and I look forward to doing every single episode, and I hope you look forward to them as well. As always, leave a like on the stream if you can. Leave a comment if you'd like. Subscribe to the channel if you don't subscribe. Turn alerts on or off, whatever tickles your fancy. And check us out on all the links down below in the description, including Discord, where I post announcements. Check out my merch store if you haven't already. And if you want a lot of music to listen to chill out with, my music's available on my merch store on Spotify or Apple Music. And I do appreciate those of you that listen to that. It's been a lot of fun to read the comments up until this point, so please continue to leave them. It also helps with the algorithm. Appreciate all of that immensely. And as always, if you ever want to catch us live, 9:30 p.m. Pacific time over on Twitch. Well, let's see what 12 has for us here. Let's see if we can get over to that sexy little tower on the left, huh? Yeah, what do you say, everyone? Huh? Let me make sure my audio levels are good here. I think they are. Alright, let's talk to this Dockmaster, Carol.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
I probably should just identify myself up front. What? I don't know actually what the Templars and the Mages know about the Grey Wardens, because remember, Loghain released that like APB about, hey, make sure that you kill Grey Wardens for bounty. So, I mean, I know I could take this guy down if I have to, but I don't know if maybe identifying myself's not great. But if I don't identify myself, then this guy thinks I'm just some random ass person. I'm going to take a shot, say I'm a Grey Warden, and I seek the assistance of the mages. Let's see if that does anything. It's probably not going to. He's got orders.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
Prove it. Why don't you take a big old sniff of me, big dog? I smell like Darkspawn. Prove it?
Kill some Darkspawn. Come on. Let's see some righteous Grey Wardening.
Man, oh man, oh man. I got so many theories about why this guy is being like this. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go with. Okay. Templars are essentially like specialty policemen. They are in charge of keeping the mages in line. Like, the mages are arguably an oppressed people in this world, and the Templars are constantly just policing them, and they're guys that are on a bit of a power trip. Well, if this guy's entire existence is built upon this idea that he has power that he is welcome to wield, especially if he has orders, he is going to struggle with somebody who potentially outranks him coming in and essentially telling them that his power is useless here. Now, as much as we as humans like to believe that people in positions of power are totally ready to defer out and give people the benefit of the doubt, the fact of the matter is, more often than not, they are not. Because from an evolutionary perspective, being in a position of power equates to survivability. So when people are granted positions of power, they perceive themselves often as being more survivable. And if you cut that power down, they're going to become defensive. Unless they are willing to engage in enormous amount of mindfulness about their role and about the context that they're in. I am guessing that this guy as a Templar is not willing to do that, and hasn't done that, and certainly hasn't had it represented to him, because the Templars are given a lot of power relative to the mages. So when I come over here and I say I'm a Grey Warden and I have credentials, his first reaction is to mock me and exert his power in the form of a skeptic, as a way to maintain his position of power and his identity, and as a way to make it seem like I am only there and will only do things when he permits it. Not great. And there are lots of folks in position of power, including police, that will engage in this way. And if you think what I just said was a political statement, I don't know what to tell you. It's not a political statement, it's a fact. So, the way that I have to handle this guy is a bit interesting here, because I kind of need to call him at his own game here and take his defensiveness down passively. So if I say don't be ridiculous, that's not going to do me any good, because that's calling him ridiculous, which means he's more likely to double down and reassert himself. There aren't any darkspawn here is a true statement, but it's also a cop-out for him, because he laid out a proposition that is impossible for me to follow through on right now because of the fact that darkspawn aren't here. He already knows they aren't here, so I'm undercutting myself if I say that. So I'm going to say Grey Wardening isn't something you do, it's what you are, because that passively asserts that I know more about this than he does, and it's a way of posturing without being aggressive. And I think that that's our best route here right now, is basically, like he says, do some righteous Grey Wardening. Be like, oh, well, it's not really about what you do, it's about what you are. And you do that confidently. And that is probably not a reaction he's expecting. Because if I was an imposter and I was trying to be a Grey Warden, he probably assumes that I would be aggressive, and I'm not going to do that.
Semantics. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
I knew I wasn't going to win that. So, I'm not going to intimidate him. He's probably ready for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remind him that he has people who are more powerful than him, because if there's anything he probably understands, it's rank. He is willing to go to the ends of the earth, apparently, to fulfill his order. So I would do well to remind him of the fact that he has superiors. And this puts him in a bind, because if I say your superior won't like that you've given me trouble, one of two things happens. Either I'm lying, in which case if we go to his superior, then he's going to win, because I'm a bullshitter. Or if he's wrong, he looks like a dipshit. And he's not going to want that, because that's going to cut down his sense that he's powerful and that he matters. So your superior's not going to like that you've given me trouble, man. I don't know how well he's going to take this, but I am reminding him that there's a hierarchy of which he is not at the top of.
Oh, really? You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Yeah. Well, we should try our best to avoid that, shouldn't we? That's a little bit more of the kinder approach here.
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
Yep. Do it. Now, this is a point that separates the sophisticated from the animalian. a lot of folks would love to take this opportunity to just pummel this guy. To be like, ah, you little bitch. That's right. Put me on your boat. You don't want to take that road. This guy is already now had the hierarchy flip between the two of us. I have all the leverage. The way that I maintain that power is by being chill. By remaining confident in the fact that I know what the hell I'm talking about. I recognize that he's already been cut down here, that I'm already holding power. And I am far better off as it relates to dealing with the Templars if I keep my cool here. Because if I use this as an opportunity to cut this guy down, I don't know what kind of influence he has within the Templar ranks. He doesn't have to, I suppose, take me on this boat. I mean, I guess he could fight me, but it's not really worth it to do that. I am far more likely to catch flies with honey here than I am with vinegar. And as tempting as it is to try to hit him with a blow, at this point, it would be punching down, not up. I just punched up. Now he's in a one down position. I don't need to beat him up. I got what I needed. Let's move on. I can go away from this interaction with the satisfaction of knowing that I asserted who I am and he did what I needed him to do. Yes, please do.
Come along, I suppose.
Oh, baby.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
I'm a little surprised he's like, not like, who are you and why are you here? But, all right, let's see. So now we wait and pray. So I'm just gonna assume he's Gregor. I'm just gonna go right into it. What's going on here, man?
We're dealing with a very delicate situation. You must leave for your own safety.
No, but the mages have an obligation to Grey Wardens. I don't think he's gonna give a shit about that right now. We gotta read the room here. But I seek the mages' help to defeat the Darkspawn. Again, probably not super useful. Not without a promise for assistance in the coming war. That's the most general one that I could take, and I think it suggests that I don't necessarily care who's going to assist. It lets him know why I'm here, but it keeps it nice and general instead of me just saying, like, no, they have an obligation to Grey Wardens. You can be, right? Like, nah, I'm not leaving without a promise for assistance in the coming war, man. That's why I'm here.
We cannot help, no matter which side of the civil war you represent. The Circle's fate hangs in the balance, and the Templars that serve it must remain.
I'm a Grey Warden. Darkspawn concerned me more than Loghain. I think that's true.
I am weary of the Grey Wardens' ceaseless need for men to fight the Darkspawn, but it is their right. You'll find no allies here. The Templars can spare no men, and the mages are indisposed. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. The Circle is lost. The tower has fallen.
Jesus. Okay. How'd this happen?
We don't know. We saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
So I could do this. What could I do to help? I don't know if he's going to... This is interesting. If I say I would have done the same, I don't know that that's true, but I think that might bolster a little bit of his confidence and get a little bit more of his buy-in on this, because there's, I think, some empathy in that. Right? Like, I realized I couldn't defeat them, and I told my men to go. Now, it sounds like he left the mages to die, which isn't great. But if he knew that he was going to lose the battle, if he knew for sure they had no shot, and he made that calculation and he told his men to go, retreat can be a useful war tactic. Now, what's interesting about his saying that he told his guys to go is the representation we have of fleeing a battlefield was Loghain in the beginning of this game. And we can't use that to bias the way that we approach this guy. Because we saw, well, I mean, we didn't actually physically see Loghain do that. We've only heard it. We saw the cutscene, but my character didn't actually see Loghain bail. But Loghain bailing was different. Loghain did that as a tactic to screw people over so that he could take on power. At least that's our understanding of his call there. If this guy thought that his guys were outnumbered and he wanted to save them and form a retreat so that they could maybe figure out a way to strategize and fight this or figure out how to control the situation in the tower, I could respect that. So I'm going to try to get some empathy with him here before I ask what I can do to help. And the way I'm going to do that is by saying, you know, I might have done... I'd say I might have done the same, but in this case, I would have done the same, man. If you knew that this was... I trust your judgment as a general. For now. I'd have done the same.
They took us by surprise. We were prepared for 1 or 2 abominations. Not the horde that fell upon us.
What's your plan?
I would destroy the tower, raze it to the ground. But I cannot risk more of my men. The doors remain shut, and they will protect us for now.
Well, that's an interesting... Seppi, thank you for the sub. I'm good. Oh man, this is really tricky because I don't know that I want to cast judgment on this guy. I don't have enough information on what went down. You know, doors can be broken is true, but I don't add anything to the conversation by saying that's no solution. You shut everyone in here, including the innocent mages. I think that's implied. So I'm going to ask if anything's emerged yet, because that, I think, gives us more information than any other of these questions.
No. And perhaps the Maker smiles on us. We do not mean for the doors to stay closed forever. Everything in the tower must be eliminated. I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
Right of annulment?
The right of annulment gives Templars the authority to neutralize the mage.
Whoa.
Completely.
Whoa.
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations remaining in there must be dealt with, no matter what.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's wild that that exists in the first place. That is wild that that exists. Hey, can I get permission for genocide? Thank you. Wow. If that doesn't tell you where the mages fall in the social hierarchy, nothing will. Right? Like, the implication of the fact that the right of annulment exists in the first place is an absolute testament to the fact that the mages are a widespread oppressed entity in this world. Probably out of a sense of fear for what they're capable of. But that, you want to talk about how you institutionalize isms and perpetuate social hierarchies? Right there. We literally have a mandate that will nuke an entire group of people at any point in time. I just need permission from the right person. Yikes. Yikes. Tells you how much power the Templars have, too, relative to the mages. The mages are not defenseless. Some must still live. Why wait? I could go clean the tower right now. Okay. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe. There must be another way. There must be.
If there was, do you not think I would have chosen it? There are only abominations left in this tower. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
I don't like that. Because he is trying to make an unknown variable a known variable, and I don't know that that's necessarily a good idea. When did you send word to... Oh, see, I want to... If you're so sure, why wait for the right of annulment, right? I want more information, though. When did you send word? You're so sure, why are you waiting for the right of annulment?
Only the Grand Cleric in Denerim can authorize the annulment of the Circle. And we must wait for reinforcements. If we enter the tower now, we will be massacred. I cannot order my men to their deaths. While the door holds, we wait. Denerim must have received our message. It cannot be much longer.
There is still a lot going on here that's unexplained. Yeah. It doesn't seem like I have all the information. Something's funny about this.
I too would like to know how this started.
Nice assumption. That's not really what I meant. I will investigate the tower and see what can be done.
You must face and slaughter the abominations to get to the bottom of this. Are you sure you can handle them?
I have faced them before. I have confidence in my abilities. I should consider this more carefully. I must try. It is the right thing to do. Abominations cannot stand against me. I'm going to say that I've faced them before. No, because I'm going to say I have confidence in my abilities. Focus on what I can control here.
If you succeed, I would owe you much. Enough that I would pledge my Templars to your cause. Without word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
Is that all you can offer?
We have nothing to offer you, but gratitude and service. I have heard the tower holds many valuable artifacts. I expect we'll have to consider them lost or destroyed.
Very well. We have a deal.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
Okay. I appreciate very much that he just told us his boundaries on this. Right? I do appreciate he's giving us exactly what we need to know in order to work with it. Right? So he's like, look, if you go in there, I am not opening that door until these parameters are clear. And that's actually very important for him to do. Doesn't matter if I agree with them or not. Does not matter if I agree with them or not. That's his boundary. So I have to decide how I want to deal with that. Is that something that I can deal with? Am I okay with that? If I'm not personally okay with that, if I don't trust my team in there, then I have to talk to him and reconsider this and nuke the tower. If I'm okay with taking the risk of going past that door, if I have the confidence in my abilities that I have told him that I have, then I have to be prepared for him to potentially not open the door. And I understand why he doesn't want to open that door. But I appreciate... This is... The reason I'm bringing this up is because this is why it is so important to discuss your expectations and your boundaries up front. Because then people know what they're working with. You don't keep those covert. You don't keep them unsaid. And then exert them later when it's convenient for you. If you know you have a boundary up front, like he does, you say it. And you give people the opportunity to decide what they want to do with it. It's a very, very important lesson in boundary setting, and I appreciate that he provided that. Because now I can talk to the team and be like, what do you guys think? I'm going to check the codex first, though, because we got a new codex entry. Knight Commander Gregor. It is the innocent folk of Ferelden who matter. I would lay down my life and the life of any mage to protect them. Oh, nice. Grim and taciturn, Gregor has been Knight Commander of the Templar forces stationed at the Circle Tower for so many years that hardly anyone except the First Enchanter recalls that he is not simply part of the tower itself. First Enchanter Irving. There is no higher office in a Circle Tower than that of First Enchanter. The one who holds this title must not only be an able administrator, but also a mentor, leader, and surrogate parent to all the mages of the tower. Irving has proven himself to be all these things with an added dose of cunning. Most apprentices know that little goes on in the tower that Irving does not know. He can soothe Templars angered by some childish magical prank at the same time that he lauds the pranksters, and everyone walks away satisfied. Ooh, a diplomatic fellow.
Have you ever seen an abomination? The sight will haunt me forever.
Okay, so Gregor, hear me out here, dude. Hear me out. Any chance that if I clear this tower out, you'll give me a set of Templar armor? Or at least a helmet? Any chance? Alright, we'll talk about it later. I also find it very interesting that his name is highlighted orange, because that would suggest to me that at some point we could fight him. I don't know where this is headed, but...
As I recall, shutting the door and throwing away the key was definitely the Templar Plan B.
Probably, Alistair. I don't know, man. I don't have enough information. Let's open this vase. Quartermaster.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Need help?
We need the abominations and demons out of this place, if that's what you mean. If you have anything to trade, that would be helpful too.
Alright, let's trade. What do you got, buddy? Injury kits. I'm gonna need to buy both of those. Man, his prices are high. Wow. I mean, I get it. He's got scarce resources, but holy shit. Soldier's helm. No. Reinforced Magus cowl. Heavy wood shield. Thorn. Backpack. Ooh, another backpack. I like that. Give me that. Okay. Thank you, sir. Templar.
I'll rip you apart and eat you from the inside out.
Okay, cool. Can somebody fix these paintings, please? Alright, chat, we're going in. Okay. Oh, lordy lord. Alrighty. We have made our decision. Novice lightning rune. At least Liliana can open all these chests for me. Vanity. Isle of Filth. This is a really shitty situation. Like, this is like the ultimate situation where there are just a shitload of unknowns and there's no possible way to know exactly what the right thing to do here is. Right? Like, because we don't have visual on this. We don't know how many mages are inside the tower. We don't have any means of communication. It's not like we have cell phones and walkie-talkies. So you have to do a lot of this based on estimation. Like, I'm literally putting a lot of faith in my ability to fight these. Like, I'm taking a huge risk by coming in here. And this is not a particularly well-known variable here. But I would rather go in here with the opportunity to see what's going on, knowing that I have the ability to fight, than to make a call on burning this to the ground. Yeah, exactly, Scott. I mean, this is a really tricky situation. And so that's the thing, though. That's why I respect that Gregor said to me, if you go in there, I'm not coming. You better bring the first enchanter or you're not coming out. I can deal with that. And if I said to myself, you know what, I'm not willing to take that risk, let's nuke them. But I gotta believe that there's some survivors in there. Oh boy. Damn.
It's you. No, come no further. Grey Warden or no, I will strike you down where you stand.
What? What are you doing here?
I am a mage of the Circle. More importantly, why are you here? The Templars would not let just anyone by.
If you don't remember, Wynn was in Ostagar with us. She was the mage in Ostagar with us that we talked to. So she made it out of there. I came here seeking the aid of the mages. That's originally why I came here.
And you were told that the Circle was in no shape to help you, I suppose. So why did the Templars let you in? Do they plan to attack the tower now?
The Rite of Annulment has not arrived.
They sent for it then. I feared they might have. What else could they do? So Gregor thinks the Circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the Rite, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
What happened here?
Let it suffice to say that we had something of a revolt on our hands, led by a mage named Uldred. When he returned from the battle at Ostagar, he tried to take over the Circle. As you can see, it didn't work out as he had planned. I don't know what became of Uldred, but I am certain all this is his doing. I will not lose the Circle to one man's pride and stupidity.
Okay. What do you intend to do then?
I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this Circle.
Got to avoid needless slaughter.
Yes. Even if we cannot eliminate all the demons and abominations, together we could lead the survivors out. Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable.
I have to say, it stands out to me that she has confidence in him. I admire that they have a decent relationship, apparently. That's cool. I gotta be honest with her, though. Right? Like, he did say he's only gonna accept it if the first enchanter says so, so we better hope to hell that that dude's alive.
Then our path is laid out before us. We must save Irving.
Will the children be safe here? I mean, I've killed plenty of them. I just need to know how many are gonna die, if maybe here.
Petra and Kenan will watch them. If we slay all the fiends we encounter on our way, none will get by to threaten the children.
Boy, I still just I gotta tell you, it really doesn't feel like I have all of the information I need. Something is off. And what I really dislike in this situation, given the fact that something is off, is that I am left to my own biases, really, in order to make a decision here. So I have to go off of essentially what level of trust I have in mages, what level of trust I have in Templars. I have to trust that they're both telling the truth. They're both trying to save themselves and protect themselves. I'm in a position of vulnerability right now, being on the other side of that door. Like, if the Templars come in and attack while we're facing abominations, this is going to be a nightmare. Not saying that they're going to do that, but... oh, man. If you think that's best, I will follow you. I gotta trust that... I mean, she wants to survive. She wants to fight these. She seems to have an answer. She said she did not seem to disagree with the fact that we need to go find Irving. She laid out a plan. I'm okay with following it. I am more skeptical right now of the Templar than I am of her.
Petra, Kenan, look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wyn, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm.
Okay. Try not to throw out your back. Jesus Christ. Let us be off. We've talked away enough time.
If you are ready, let us go end this.
Alright, so I'm gonna take... okay, so she's gonna come with me. Ooh. I'm gonna take Alistair. And I'm gonna take Leliana. I want to take Alistair because he has a bit of the... Alistair, I think, for the or... alright, I need to think about this for a second. Because Alistair is a trained Templar. Which means he could provide insight. But Alistair could also be a liability. There is a part of me that would like to have somebody who is more impartial, which Leliana kind of is. But there is a part of me that wants to bring Sten. Yeah, right? Like Eternal, like Sten... oh man, this is so interesting. This is the first crew that I have labored over this much. I just have to consider, I have to consider what I know. The dog is impartial, it's true. It seems to me like it would be useful to have somebody I trust who has less of a stake in the identities No, I think it's Alistair. Because Alistair Alistair knows how Templars think, and if I was going to go on this mission, I think at the end of the day I would take Alistair. Alistair has shown that he trusts me. He's a Grey Warden above all else. We've built a decent rapport with him. He has a level of insight that I think we need. And there may be a part where we need diplomacy. And Sten and Morrigan are useless as it relates to diplomacy. Yeah, okay. I think this feels good. Which means I need to take a look at Wynn and just see what she has to offer here. So she's got... good. Fire damage. There we go. Spear resistance. Wynn's good.
Have you ever seen an abomination?
I have.
It's good to see that some wardens survived. We are sorry for the loss of your comrades.
I was lucky to have escaped.
We heard about Loghain. I would never have imagined the Terran a traitor.
How'd you find out?
Wynn was at Ostagar. She told us everything upon her return. But why speak of things past? Be careful in there, and stay safe.
I agree with you, man. Thank you for keeping things on point.
I don't suppose this is what you expected the Circle to be like, is it?
Actually, I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often. Is this a common occurrence?
I keep thinking this is our punishment for being mages. That's why the Templars have to do away with us.
No, don't say that. It's not true. You deserve to live just like anyone else.
Their swords are like the sword of mercy that sent Andraste back to the Maker.
That's one way of putting it.
We should let the Templars come. Only then can we be cleansed of our wickedness.
Oh. Oh, man. I'm trying to organize my thoughts on this because that's a pretty profound turn of events there. And okay. This is another indication of just how oppressed and marginalized the mages are. One of the most horrible things that can happen to marginalized groups is that they are so heavily pelted with a uniform conceptualization of who they are by outside influence and people in power that they begin to internalize that belief on behalf of the group that is oppressing them. To make it less of a sociological example, this actually can happen with parents and children. If you are a parent that consistently tells your child that they are worthless, that they are awful, that they are stupid. Children will internalize that. It will become their narrative. And it's a power conversation. People in power have the ability to exert influence and narrative on people with less power. And with enough time, and with a lack of external representation that's diversified, you will take that on. So this woman has internalized this idea that mages are less than, that mages are worthy of extinction, that mages are dirty and need to be cleansed, because that's the vibe she's picked up, both explicitly through what's been told to her, and implicitly through the sheer dynamic of the fact that she's been locked away in a tower and patrolled by Templars. This is like the ultimate hallmark of when people have narratives ingrained into them by people in positions of power, to where they buy into the narrative itself and perpetuate it without even really realizing it, and sometimes even thinking it's a good thing and that it's the truth. This is not as simple as saying to her, no, that's not true. This takes a lot of work to deprogram. A lot of work. And it's really sad. But this happens in real life. Now, I hate all of these reactions to that. But I don't really have time to argue this with her. For those wondering, what does the type of work look like to deprogram? It's diversifying representation. It is creating new narratives, connecting with one's own values, challenging and critically thinking about the things that you've been told your entire life. Opening up opportunities for alternative narratives, and sometimes you have to create those, sometimes you have to find them elsewhere. Building a sense of empathy and validation for one's own self, apart from the identity itself that has been oppressed. Setting goals, asking people what they want. Recognizing that just because people say something to you doesn't make it true. Separating the convictions of the people who put this into you versus your own. It's a very, very complicated long-term process because there's a lot of automatic shit that happens cognitively as it relates to this stuff. It's why it's so terrible. And also why it's so effective to keeping people held down. She's basically been told that this thing that she can't control is something that makes her dangerous and awful and dirty. And it's brutal, but it's not unlike certain identities in real life. So I'm gonna go with if you say so, because I think it's the most neutral I can go with.
I will pray. May we abandon our tainted bodies to find peace with the Maker.
And that's getting close to cult shit there. It really is. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that people who lead cults get people to believe about themselves, particularly if they're spiritually oriented. That we need to drink this Kool-Aid to cleanse ourselves and purify ourselves, and that's the only way. I mean, ugh.
Look after her, will you?
She's old enough to look after herself.
I don't know if she's up to this, especially not after... I just worry.
Nah, Wynn seems to be a strong woman.
Wynn's the strongest person I know, but she's only human. This ordeal has been hard on her.
There is something you're not saying to me. I'm not Wynn's keeper, leave me alone. I actually am gonna go with that. If there's a problem, she can tell me.
Well, Thank you for helping us anyway.
Here we are. I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having kept it in place this long.
You did what you had to do, Wynn.
It made me very weary at times, but I had to stay strong to keep us safe. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Be on your guard.
Oh, baby. Here we go. It's gonna be wild. That nice autosave in there. Alright. Oh, it's a rage demon.
Let's do this quick, shall we?
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Pile of books. Creatures. Alright, what are we working with here? Oh, weird. Soldier corpse, small metal round shield. Meh. 3 health poultices. I'll take that for sure. This is cool as hell. Look at all these books, man. A lot of health poultices. I'm getting a real, like, you better watch out, Ryan. Private documents. Hell yeah. Oh, what up, homies? Let's kill the fire one first. Actually, we're holding our own pretty well against these. So I'm happy about that. Isle of Rage. Scrap of paper. Like that. Fire demon holding on to paper. So it's less than 451 degrees, huh? Alrighty. What's up? Badass. Wind just like Wind's healing me. Oh hell yes. All right, I'm happy about that.
Yes.
More health poultices. This is excellent. All right. I want books. I want codex. Give me more. We're in a place with like tons of books. Lesser injury kit. Good. Apprentice's amulet, cool. Novice flame rune, I will take that. I look good in the king's armor, man. I really do.
I'm off.
Up we go.
Ooh, you feel that? It's actually colder up here.
That mean we get to fight ice demons, Alistair?
Please refrain from going into the stockroom. It is a mess, and I've not been able to get it into a state fit to be seen.
Alright, something's up. Something's up. What are you doing here?
I was trying to tidy up, but there was little I could do.
Why are you cleaning at a time like this?
The stockroom is my responsibility. I must keep it clean. I tried to leave when things got quiet. That was when I encountered the barrier. Finding no other way out, I returned to work.
Oh, Wayne, you should have said something. I would have opened the door for you.
The stockroom is familiar. I prefer to be here.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Amidst the crazy adversity, this guy went and said, you know what? I'm going to focus on what I can control. He is quite tranquil, but here's the thing. I don't know much about the mages, right? So, like, his countenance and his cadence is a violation of my expectations as it relates to, like, how a person would be reacting right now. And so my immediate thought was, oh, no, something's up. Maybe that's true, right? Like, we're in a very unfamiliar space. This could be perfectly common. This could be how this guy is, and he's just super zen. He's accepted his fate. He's totally cool. I'm just going to control what I can do. I'm going to do the stockroom. No problem. Very little emotional reactivity. That's perfectly possible. My immediate thought was demonic possession because of the space that we're in. That's the scary part about the unknowns here, right? Is I come across something unfamiliar and my initial reaction is to become defensive and to see it as aggressive. Because that's how scary unknown situations like this can be. I am working with a lot of unknown variables, which means I'm at risk at all times. I can't be afforded the benefit of the doubt on everybody I come across, especially when they present outside the realm of what's been represented to me. So I need Wynn right now to be an advocate for this guy and to say to me, hey, that's how he always is. That's how he is. Because then I can relax. But if Wynn's like, yeah, whoa, this is weird, this isn't how he normally is, then I could be on high alert. So I need Wynn to do me a solid here. Somebody familiar with this guy to advocate for him. Haven't you come across abominations?
No. I suppose I should count myself lucky. I would prefer not to die. I would prefer it if the tower returned to the way it was. Perhaps Niall will succeed and save us all.
What's Niall trying to do? It is true, I agree. So we don't see Wynn reacting weirdly, so I have to assume this is this guy's regular behavior. What's this Niall trying to do?
I do not know. But he came here with several others and took the litany of a Drala.
But that protects from mind domination. Is blood magic at work here?
I do not know.
Niall was in the meeting. He would know. Blood magic. I was afraid of this.
How is it worse?
Blood magic could control us, too. Who knows what could happen then? We should find Niall. The litany will give us a fighting chance against any blood mages we encounter.
I wish you luck. Perhaps this will be over soon and things will return to the way they were. Goodbye.
I want to use this as a quick opportunity to talk about why our understanding of certain different ways of presenting is so important. And I'm going to use autism as an example here. Back before we had an understanding of what autism was and how it presented and what it meant, folks with autism were held against a standard that was impossible for them to meet socially. And because we didn't have an understanding of what that was, folks with autism were often just seen as a person who was weird. Kind of like this guy. And so there was this real tension at times, where there was this misrepresentation where it's like you're weird and you don't get it, and people would respond to folks in a way that was in line with an expectation that they would present as like neurotypical. And obviously all that did was perpetuate a problem. So as representation of that has moved forward, as we have begun to understand autism more effectively, and we understand the way that it moves folks with autism into social circles and like how it presents behaviorally or whatever, it makes it so that we expand our perspective of what is possible in terms of human presentation, and we no longer immediately go, oh, you're weird. And so it provides folks with a better opportunity to engage with folks in a way that's more meaningful and is not in a immediately pejorative position. So, this guy's presentation in this case, like, I'm not saying that this guy has autism or is autistic, whichever version of that you prefer to use. What I'm saying is that it gives us a bit more of a place of empathy for this guy's presentation, and we don't automatically go like, oh my god, what a weirdo, right? Now, I've said demonic possession in the context of the environment we're in, but these are the types of explanations that people would come up with, not demonic possession necessarily, but they'd come up with off-the-wall explanations for an unknown phenomenon. It's why it's so important for us to continue doing work to understand the different ways that folks can present, behaviorally, mentally, or otherwise, because it provides us the ability to be more accessible in general to folks, not just folks with like physical limitations or differences, but also with cognitive differences, and in some case limitations if we're talking about like severe autism. So this just felt like a really good opportunity for me to talk about that a little bit, because the more we come to understand folks, the more we come to understand the diversity of things that are possible, the less likely it is for this guy to experience a life where he's constantly categorized as being less than. Instead, it's different than we might typically expect, but it's no better or worse. It just requires different environmental variables maybe for him to be successful in what he's trying to do. And let's see. Water-stained portrait. Interesting. So he's in charge of the stockroom. He seems relatively chill. It doesn't look like he's in too much danger right now. Oh shit, what? Whoa!
Please, please don't kill me.
Well, we just learned that blood magic might be involved, so I have no idea whether this person is possessed or whether this person is lucid. Make her show you mercy, Maleficar, for you'll find none here. Alright, why should I spare you?
I know I have no right to ask for mercy, but I didn't mean for this death and destruction. We were just trying to free ourselves. Aldred told us that the Circle would support Loghain, and Loghain would help us be free of the Chantry. You don't know what it was like. The Templars were watching. Always watching.
I believe it. I believe it. Are you kidding me? These people have been cast into a tower. They're only allowed to be in the tower. If you leave the tower, you're considered a maleficar or an apostate. Like you are totally screwed. So what a guy, huh? Sow seeds of discontent amongst the mage ranks, right? Give this idea that like we could get you out of here. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. The assumption of malcontent in mages, I think, is more due to fear. Actually, let me back that up. When you see a certain group of folks massively oppress another group of folks out of fear of what they may do, you could pretty much bet your ass that that is the product of projection. Here's what I mean. As it relates to the mages are a relatively misunderstood group of people. They are a group of people that possess the power to use magic to do certain things and manipulate the environment in a way that folks who are not capable of using magic can't do. So when you shut the mages in the tower because you're afraid that they're going to use their powers to hurt others and oppress and hold power, that is projection, unless there is data to suggest that that is true. And the projection itself means that the people who are locking the mages away in the tower would do exactly what they're afraid of if they had the same power. They are people that, if they had magical powers, would use it for selfish individual gain. And they're projecting that and assuming that that's what the other mages will do, instead of listening to them and seeing them as people who perhaps would use their magic for good. And maybe we could create a system where mages live amongst everybody else, and maybe we have certain rules and regulations for magical use. But this fear that the mages are going to completely take over and use their magic to oppress everybody else, the only reason that the folks who locked them away thought of that is because they thought of that. And that sometimes is how you start to see these real intergroup, intersystemic dynamics that lead to folks being pushed off. Now, that being said, right, these folks are now being told, we can get you out of the tower. Loghain has power, and he's doing a little tit for tat here. These people are getting... I mean, at the end of the day, everybody acts in some form of self-interest. So I can't really blame them for getting a proposition that felt good to them, that allowed them to get out from under something that they considered to be an oppressive force. You and I would do the same. The Chantry's not exactly helpful either. The Chantry doesn't really do anything to help the mages. If anything, they probably instill more fear in mages about mages than anything else. And so you fought back, is the most empathic response I can have here.
The magic was a means to an end. It gave me the power to fight for what I believed.
Fighting for what you believe is commendable, but the ends do not always justify the means.
That is also correct.
You don't really believe that, do you, Wynne? Change rarely comes peacefully.
Also true.
Andraste waged war on the Imperium. She didn't write them a strongly worded letter. She reshaped civilization, freed the slaves, and gave us the Chantry. But people died for it. We thought someone always has to take the first step. Force a change, no matter the cost.
Nothing is worth what you've done to this place.
And now Aldred's gone mad, and we are scattered, doomed to die at the hands of those who seek to right our wrongs.
She's not wrong. Totally fair point. Like, if you wanna push up, You want to create change. I mean, you usually have to take potential energy and turn it to kinetic energy. Like, it's not, change doesn't just happen because we sit on our laurels. So she's not wrong. At the same time, this is a huge fucking mess they made. So, you know, I can appreciate the push for change, and also, like, yikes on how it went down. All three of these suck. What the hell? Enough self-pity. You'll die for your crimes, and all you do is wallow in self-pity. Pathetic. You know we cannot allow blood made. Jesus! You want to talk about a bias against... I mean, I understand that being a blood mage isn't cool. But no empathy here. These options are brutal. I mean, my hand is quite literally forced here. Oh, man. There's no difference in these options. Yeah, I mean, you know we can't allow blood mages to live is the one I'm going to have to go with here.
But I would like a chance to atone for what I've done. Please, if you spare me, I could escape and seek penance at the Chantry.
You know, they'll never take you. They're very picky about who they let in. Harlots, murderers, yes. Maleficarum, oh no.
Your comments betray your ignorance, Alistair. The Chantry accepts all, regardless of what they've done.
Well, it seems you're familiar with a whole other Chantry, because the one I know wouldn't hesitate to shove a sword of mercy right through her heart.
Speaks to the difference in their experiences. Remember, Leliana has been critical of the Chantry, right? Like, she's not she doesn't stand the Chantry. I realize that her comments there might seem like that's the case, but it's not entirely true. We had a conversation with her back in the camp where she said, I don't agree with everything they do. Now, what's tricky about this is I am in the exact same position that I was with the guy that was in the cell at Redcliffe Castle. I have to make a determination off of what we're going to do here using known variables. She has not denied that she is a blood mage. She has not denied that she caused all sorts of problems here. She could be selling me a really great story. She attacked me. Now, based on my interactions that we've had and talking with folks that we have talked with, I am not inclined to believe that the Chantry is going to look favorably upon her. Like, I do think to an extent this idea that the Chantry is going to let everybody in is a bit ridiculous. Think about what happened when I tried to get Sten out of the cage. There was no mercy there for him. And theoretically, relative to their ideological issues, this is way worse. Now, I realize that was like one person in charge of one region of the Chantry. But I don't... First of all, okay, let's back it up even farther, because I'm out in La La Land with this. You know what's going to happen? We're going to let her go. She's going to get to the door, and Gregar's not going to let her out. He is quite literally only going to let this person out if she's with us, and if Irvin says, yes, we're here, it's clear. So she's not even going to get out of the tower. I can't even get out of the tower right now if I wanted to. So, this is really, oh man, there's so much going on here because this is really frustrating. Another thing that's very fascinating about this is the role of atonement in the blood mage process. Like, this is the exact same song and dance we got from the guy at Redcliffe Castle. The guy at Redcliffe Castle was like, oh, man, I trained this kid, and we opened up a rip to the fade, and some shit came out in the castle. Oops. But hey, man, if you just give me the opportunity to atone for my actions, we'll be cool. Bring us here to this lady. Oh, shit. Yeah, we were trying to rise up and rebel a little bit, force some change, and yeah, we might have created some demons that wreaked havoc across the castle. But hey, if you let me go, if you let me get to the Chantry, I'll atone for my actions. There's a lot of promising atonement without forethought into their actions. So, I'm not trying to make a generalization here, but we have come across 2 blood mages in our playthrough, and both of them have done the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Oops. Guess blood magic's bad, but give me a chance to atone. I appreciate both perspectives on this, but I am inclined to agree with Alistair in the sense that, like, no, you know what? I'm going to stay neutral on this because I think they both have a good point based on their own experiences. So I'm going to say this isn't the point here.
I just want my life, please.
God, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not the judge, jury, or actually, you know what? Here's what I can control. I will spare you, but I'm not getting you out. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. This is so... Okay, this is my favorite playthrough we've done. This is making my brain work on overdrive, trying to make sense of how to do all this. Because here's my worry, man. Okay, cool. So she walks over to that door. She walks over to that permeable magic boundary that Wynn sets up. Maybe she takes control of one of the people. And she opens that. And then there's a Templar on the other. How do I know that a door is the... What if she takes control of Gregar and is like, open the door. And then we open the doors and all this shit comes flooding out. All I know is that when I walked into this room, I got attacked by her, and she literally admitted to the fact that all of this is her doing. How will you get out? With blood magic?
I'll find a way, please. I swear I'll do something good with my life.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Can't risk it.
No. No, please.
Nope. Sorry. Can't risk it, man. My known quantity here. She dies. I don't got it. There's too many unknowns. There's too many unknowns in letting her go. I can't live on promises, man. I just can't. Like, you had an opportunity to think about this more clearly. I got a mission. I gotta go get Irvin. I gotta fight the Darkspawn. I can't risk you going to that magic barrier, and I can't, man. I mean, I could, but I chose not to. I hope I don't regret it, but there's too many unknowns in there. Sometimes, man, when you are tasked with being the leader and making the hard decisions, you gotta make hard decisions. I mean, I don't make that decision lightly. Like, I realized it just ended that woman's life and that she probably was very well-meaning. Also, how many people are we coming across that are dead in the halls right now? And this idea that she's going to go to the Chantry, I don't know what's going to happen. Do I know that she's going to go to the Chantry, or is she going to go to some sort of sect of mages? Because we know that there are mages outside the tower and wreak more havoc. And I agree, exactly, right? When you asked if she would use blood magic, she didn't say no. This is tough shit, man. This is really tough. Making these decisions is incredibly difficult. Somebody's got to make them. I'm also not a fan of when people don't answer my questions, and she did not answer my questions. And I do want to be clear that I do believe in giving people chances to atone for their behavior. I do believe in rehabilitation over corporal punishment. At the same time, in this specific instance, in this game, given the context, I can't afford what it is that the unknowns were there. Right? Like, magic doesn't exist in real life. And it's right. It's not like I could have her confined in a space like the guy in the cage. Like, she was free to roam this tower however she was going to do it. It was just too much there. But I absolutely believe in giving people a chance to atone and to do better and to learn from the mistakes they make. I just want to be clear about that, because I've been pretty ruthless in this playthrough. But we're in a way different position here than we are in real life. I gotta make some tough calls here. A love letter. Nice. Another one. Gimme, 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 gimme. Yum, 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 yum. My darling Reginald, I burn for you, and because of you, please use the enclosed tincture of our love as to endure. A delicate matter. While I'm overjoyed at the prospect of having you, an unwelcome guest requires that you excuse yourself by the postern of my estate to avoid a mark upon our reputations. M. You are filthy! A beast! Such depravity I've never been forced to suffer. How words are so laden when they leave your lips is beyond decent imagining. Madam, I love you. My dearest Virginia True Royal, regarding bodice ripped, enclosed are 7 silver, and my most heartfelt apologies for said bodice. I would blame the cold ocean spray, the loss of my favorite shirt, the buckling of the stallion, or perhaps the strain of maintaining all such elements while sitting for a portrait, but I was certainly not myself. I hope you will forgive me and not take it upon yourself to find your own determined way in this world. Yours, Sir Rivel Grossman. I love those. I love those so much. Okay. Let's keep moving. A nice little comedic relief as we slaughter. Oh, man. Now we got these things. god, these choke points are brutal, man. Who's that over there? Who's that over there? En moi. Oh. I thought that was like a temp flash showing over there. Apparently not. Ah! Yo, Geo Goddess, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Those of you that might be new here, please no spoilers. By the way, that goes for you commenters on YouTube. This closet seems to be trembling slightly. You can hear soft whimpers coming from inside of it. It's alright, you can come out now.
Are the demons gone? Is it safe? I don't want to die.
They're gone.
If you're sure it's safe, I could take a peek outside.
Can't promise it's safe, man. What's up, buddy? What do we got here?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I'm watching you.
I have a crick in my back and my bum's gone numb. Oh, holy maker, look at this. Those demons didn't know what hit them, did they? Godwin, Mage of the Circle of Ferelden, at your service.
How did you end up in that closet?
There were demons everywhere, blocking my exit. I decided that the best thing to do in that situation was to hide and be very, very quiet. I just really want to be somewhere safe. I think I might stay here for now. Maybe go back into my closet for a little while.
Again, Win, I need your help. Please tell me if this is a guy that I can trust. I don't know this guy. I am in an unknown... I have no idea who's a blood mage or not. It's not like people who are blood mages walk around with cool-ass scars on their face or something like that. Like, help a brother out here. Say, oh yeah, I know this guy. He's cool. Jesus. Honestly, it sounds like a good idea. There's really no reason for him to book it for the exit. He might run into something, and I don't want him to come with me. Sounds like a good idea.
Thank you again for saving me. May we meet again in happier, less life-threatening times.
Yeah, we'll leave him in there. We'll deal with it later. He was smart not to tell me more.
There must be something.
More of you, huh? He didn't attack me like these guys. Blood mage. Blood mage. Blood mage. Oh, so the blood mage... Okay, so blood mages are going to straight up attack, it seems. Interesting to me that they're attacking me. Creationist Cord. And there's a lot of rooms again. Curious as to why you're not leveling up Liliana. She's only got 1 skill point to use, and I don't have her stats in the position I want them to be before I spend it. Same thing with me. Metal door. Can't unlock. Possible Wynn doesn't know who's friend or foe. I mean, it's certainly possible, yes. I would kind of hope that she would say that, though. Like, it would be nice if Wynn was like, look, I'm gonna help you where I can, but I can't promise that I know who all is good and who's bad. Like, I would appreciate that, if nothing else. She has not offered that, which is, I mean, it is slightly frustrating. You know, if she has additional insight that she can shed on this, given that I am totally new here, it would really be cool if she was willing to offer that and provide it.
This is Irving's office. I half expected to find him here, but I suppose that's too much to hope for.
Oh shit, okay. The Fraternity of Enchanters. Another aspect of Circle life is the fraternity. When a mage becomes an enchanter, he may ally himself with a fraternity. These are cliques that cross Circle boundaries, mages of common interests and goals who band together to ensure that their voice is heard within the College of Magi in Cumberland. The largest fraternities currently are the Loyalists, who advocate loyalty and obedience to the Chantry, the Aquitarians, who advocate temperance and follow a distinct code of conduct, which they believe all mages should hold themselves to. The Libertarians, a growing fraternity, publicly maintaining greater power for the Circles, but secretly advocating a complete split from the Chantry, a dangerous opinion, naturally. The Isolationists, a small group that advocates withdrawing to remote territories in order to avoid conflicts with the general populace. The Lacrosians, who maintain that the Circle must do what is profitable first and foremost. They prioritize the accumulation of wealth with the gaining of political influence a close second. So far, an alliance between the Loyalists and Aquitarians has prevented the Libertarians from gaining much headway, but there are signs that the Aquitarians might throw their support in with the Libertarians. If that happens, many mages predict it will come to civil war among the Circles. From the Circle of the Magi, a history by First Enchanter Josephus. Interesting. Little intra-group dynamics going on here. Black Grimoire. Interesting. Cabinet. Magic staff. That, Liliana. Open that chest, please. Novice Frost rune. Honestly, I got all these runes, and I can almost promise y'all I'm never going to use them. Look at this guy. He's got like a whole spread going on here. Irvin, buddy. First Enchanter's Desk. Small painted box. Friends of Red Jenny. You have acquired a small painted box as requested by the Friends of Red Jenny. The reward, wherever it is waiting off the Market District dinner. Alright, so Irvin's not in here. Perhaps he's on the 3rd floor. Also, this tower...
I feel like I'm being watched.
I was just about to say, Liliana, that I think this place is cool as hell. Apprentice cowl. Cloth helmet. Ooh. Well, it's ugly, but you're gonna wear it. Zero, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that very much, friend. Also, Gargle Blast, thank you for the Prime sub 11 minutes ago. I appreciate that as well. Thank you very much for your support. I'm going to use this quick lull in the action to say to everybody here, whether you're on YouTube or whether you are here on Twitch, thank you so much for supporting my playthroughs. I really appreciate your support of the channel, no matter how you support it. If you do it financially by being a member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, or if you buy merch or listen to my music or anything like that, thank you very much. More than anything else, I appreciate your presence. Monetary support or not, your presence means the world to me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this. Make sure you tell people about these playthroughs if you think they could benefit from it. The amount of growth over the last year on my channel has been amazing, and that is in large part because of all of you. So thank you for continuing to come back to these videos and supporting what I do. It really means a lot. I hope that my thoughts are meaningful in some way. I don't claim to be right in all the things that I say and do, but I know that a lot of you appreciate hearing my thought process, so I try to bring that to you as best I can. So, as always, thank you very much. Alright, through the door. It is very quiet. Scroll of Banastor. Scroll containing information on blood magic rituals and the dark and terrible. Ooh, I want to read that. To align with the power of the Fade is but the first of many steps. Further is to align with the mind to the Fade's rules and find the ties between the realm of dream and the realm of flesh. This is the true power of blood magic. The flesh and the mind are inseparable, and therein lies the power to influence and control minds. Below the text are indecipherable runes and stains of blood and ink. Private documents.
Yes.
Rise from your graves. Oh, you're... Okay. Alright. Hey, buddy. Nope, not into it.
I'm off.
Like how when you die and come back as a corpse, you get the same stylish outfit, right?
All right.
Through here, and that's all there is. Keep moving. The aggro, everybody. Honestly, it's kind of cool that those guys blow up like that when they die. Like, what a way to go out. Explode. Oh, God, this is not... Oh, this is bad. These look like soldiers or something. Like, maybe they're Templars? Look at this. What the hell is this shit? It's like the flood found its way into the magi, the mage circle. I'm just waiting to hear. I mean, we are in a library, you know? Just saying. Oh god, a possessed Templar. Oh, Jesus. I know it's not your fault, man. I know you're possessed. I'm taking all the private documents I can. Dun, 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 dun. Oh boy. Oh, there's a demon. Oh, the Desire Demon. Oh shit. Get her. Get her. Get her. Oh man, she is messing me up. Get up, Ryan. Win. Hang in there, friend. I'll aggro him. Oh. Brutal. Desire Demon. Shiver.
Yes. All right.
Poor Templars, man. All being controlled by the demon. We're all charmed. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. Templars have cool looking gear, they sure do. I would love to wear Templar gear. Alright, sweet deal. Abomination. Take out the abomination, friends. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Oh shit, Wind's getting messed up. Woo, look at all that gold. Damn. Okay. What is going on here? Let's go loot the place and then let's talk. More private documents. Let's see what the deal is with these guys. What's up?
If all were made tranquil, this would not have happened.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Aren't the Tranquil... oh, there was something in the Codex about them. I swear we read something about that. They're like the people who basically were like, I don't want to do magic anymore. and they were like, they can still use magic, but not in the same way. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to find them. But we definitely talked about them at some point.
Thank you. That was an uncomfortable experience.
They do not have magic powers anymore, but also lose the ability to feel emotion. That's right. Yep. Yep, they're skilled at enchanting. That's right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. They're basically like lobotomized mages.
All right.
Yeah, jinx, Spartan. Man, there's a lot of levels to this tower. We are doing a lot of climbing. The boy's about to be gassed from climbing all these stairs. Sick of these runes.
It is time for supper, pet.
Yes, my love.
Everything is just as you wanted, my knight. Our love and our family is more than you hoped for.
What an atrocity's name is going on here? What in tarnation? Unhand him, foul demon.
Do you hear something, love?
It is nothing, my darling. Just the door. I will get it. The children have finished supper. Tuck them into bed while I see who it is.
Don't be long. The children will want to kiss you goodnight.
I will be but a moment, my pet. You are intruding upon a loving, intimate moment, and I dislike disruptions.
Okay. There's not really anything loving or intimate going on here.
I have given him what he always wanted. Where is the harm in that?
You're deceiving him. I would consider that to be pretty harmful.
All emotion is intangible. You cannot see it, cannot grasp it.
But it is normally caused by something real. Real events, real people. What you've done to him is abhorrent.
I saw his loneliness and longing for a family that loved him.
She's feeding off his innermost desires and taking away his will. This is unholy.
No one else would have known his heart. He did not know it himself.
Okay, they're clever. So this is, oh man, this is the beauty of how these things are constructed. So the only ones that I think that are worse than desire demons are pride demons. She's gonna sell a really good bill of goods here. Like, she's gonna tell us everything we need to hear in order to empathize with it, in order to empathize with him, in order to empathize with her. If not, she may even appeal to our own desires. Like, the scary thing about this is that you really need a significant amount of mental fortitude here in order to fight this. But I think even more importantly, the thing that we need to understand is that we are susceptible to this. Desire demons and demons in general are going to prey upon people who believe that they are stronger than the demon, that believe that there's no possible way that a demon is going to take them over, because there is weakness in that. The strength in understanding your own psychology and your own shortcomings as it relates to your ability to be influenced, like, the strength is understanding what those are, knowing how people can get at them, and knowing what your automatic defenses against it are. So we are just as susceptible to what this demon is telling us as that guy standing in front of us is. And we would do very well to be mindful of that while we're engaging with the demon. And so we want to control this engagement as best we can. If we start to feel this sense that we're being allured in a certain kind of direction, if I start to feel good and empathy, it means that the demon is working. When I experience cognitive dissonance that somehow becomes mitigated by the conversation, the demon has me. And I have to recognize, oh shit, this is my susceptibility right here. Stay in tune with your own values. Stay in tune with the context that you're in. Recognize that you absolutely have backdoor vulnerabilities that she's going to try to exploit, and I need to be ready for what those are. This is really... arguing with her may not even be the way to go here. Because she makes a slightly compelling argument. One of the things that is going to appeal to me, Ryan, personally, is a person who makes a compelling and complex argument. She's going to do that. So there is something very enticing about the ability to even engage with her in the first place. Which is why we're not going to have a conversation with her. Because the longer we engage with the Desire Demon, the more at risk we are.
What was that?
Help! There are bandits at the door. They're going to murder the children.
They will not get past me.
Even first. Shirna, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you very much, friends. Those of you that are here in chat, if you don't follow Shirna, please make sure you do that. She's wonderful. She makes class art. She's fabulous vibes. She's a good friend of the stream and has been for a long time. I hope you had a wonderful stream, Shirna. I'm really glad to have you all here. We are talking through some real difficult decisions in the world of Dragon Age. And as I just said before that, right, we already know what a Desire Demon is. We know what it is. So that is our known variable. I am quite literally conversing with a Desire Demon. The only way that that demon gets extinguished is if I kill it. There is no point in trying to converse with it. Because the longer I stay in a conversation with that Desire Demon, the more she learns about me. The more she learns about me, the more she pokes holes in me. The more she pokes holes in me, the more the backdoor vulnerabilities get exposed, the more alluring she is, the more opportunity she has to subvert underneath my psyche and get me to bend to her will. I have to recognize it immediately. She was really dumb to show herself to me in demon form. It would have been a hell of a lot more of a strong vibe if she would have shown up as that dude's wife, in which case maybe I would have been a bit more conflicted. But she showed her who she was, which was her undoing. You go for it immediately. You don't mess around there. We don't need more context. I don't need more information. I don't need to know the demon's perspective on things. I need that demon gone. And that is the importance of working with known quantities. As soon as you recognize what you got, you go. Templar armor. I have to be a Templar in order to use it? No! I wonder how he'd feel about having this put on him. He's not a Templar anymore. But if I can't wear it, my boy Alistair's gonna wear it. Oh, this shit is bad, man. This is so bad. What a mess. What a mess we're in. Oh. Oh, what is this? You there. Nope. Bye-bye. You go bye-bye. Palpatine in here, man. Gotta kill Palpatine. Got it done. Archon robes. Grab those Archon robes. Maybe that'll be somebody who likes them. Insufficient skill. Are you kidding me? Oh, she needs more cunning. Oh, damn. Need to level up, man. Trade manifest. Lesser injury. I love how the demons have decorated the place, right? Yeah, right. The rite of annulment can be started at any moment. I know, that's why we gotta work quick here, man. Pissing around talking to desire demons instead of... I already opened this. Alright, so we killed the desire demon. We go back up, I guess. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Irvin? Oh, shit.
Oh, look. Visitors. I'd entertain you, but too much effort involved.
I feel that, man. I feel that. Entertaining people at, like, parties and shit. Oh. Oh, I don't like hosting parties. That's not what we're talking about here, though, is it? Who's that man, and what have you done to him?
He's just resting. Poor lad. He was so very, very weary. You want to join us, don't you? Wouldn't you like to just lay down and forget about all of this? Leave it all behind.
Can't keep eyes open.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Someone pinch
guys.
me.
Oh guys.
I'll not listen to your lies, demon. You have no power over me.
Resist. You must resist. Else we are all lost.
Why do you fight? You deserve more. You deserve a rest. The world will go on without you.
No! No! Well, now that we've fallen asleep, this is a perfect spot for me to end the stream. I know it's evil. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we've been lulled into a sleep. Wouldn't you like to just rest? Oh man, what a run here. This was a hell of a night. Part 12, baby. We got some good shit in tonight. This is fun. Time flew on this. I really hope that you all enjoyed this as much as I have. I am having an absolute blast playing through this and talking about it. The way BioWare pushed us into gray areas on this is just absolutely fantastic. Amazing. So episode 13 seems like an apt number for what we're about to do. I have no idea what's coming in here. This is going to be wild, but I really appreciate the support of the channel. So again, if you have not already, if you're on YouTube, leave a like on the stream. Leave a comment if there's something you want to comment on from what I talked about in the episode. Just please don't spoil stuff. There have been people that have been writing comments that are like, I don't want a backseat, but... If you have to start your comment with I don't want a backseat but, please don't leave the comment, okay? I don't appreciate spoilers and backseating in the YouTube comments as much as I don't appreciate them in Twitch chat. But everything else is more than welcome. I also hope that you will subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Those of you that have become members by hitting the join button, thank you so much for doing that. If you're binging, See you in 13. If you're waiting for the next episode, we'll get it to you as soon as we can. Thank you so much for all of your support. I will catch you on the next one. Follow all the links in the description. Bye.